Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss Insidious Chapter 2, starring Patrick Wilson, Rose Byrne, Barbara Hershey, Lynn Shay, Lee Winnell, Ty Simpkins, Andrew Astop, and Angus Sampson, and directed by James Wan. Now, this is the one I first saw the movie. I've seen this before in movie theaters, but how to compare this to the first one? Well, I did see the first one on video before I saw this movie. So, what did I think of it then versus now? Let's talk about it. We open the movie with Josh as a young boy being visited by Elise, played by Lynn Shay, and helps him take out the possession of a demon Josh becomes by the end of the first movie and the beginning of this movie. And my point is, this movie picks up seconds after the first movie ends, and to be honest, I was comfortable with it because it works as a chapter 2 of a story that you read in a book. Renee is being questioned by a police detective about how Elise was murdered, and that I wasn't comfortable with because the detective thinks Josh did it. When we saw at the end of the first movie, it was a demon inside him, but nobody knew that in the movie, so I'll let him get away with that. Specs and Tucker, played by Lee Winnell and Angus Sampson, are searching for the tape of when Elise and Josh first met back in 1986. And I thought they were here again, like the first one, for comedic reliefs. And again, I'm not convinced this series is scary all that much. It's just laugh out loud funny for a series trying to be a horror movie, and that's not a good thing. Lorraine, aka Josh's mom, played by Barbara Hershey, suddenly sees Josh's evil possession. And I thought, knock his ass out. I mean, really. The scene with the demons communicating with the living, with the dice, with, what's his name again? I forget, but I'm going to call him the Dice Man. Was just so painfully stupid because there's no way demons can talk through dice. Just no way in frickin' hell. There's a lot of back and forth between the Lamberts and Specs and Tucker, and as well as the backstory of a man named Parker Kane, who was a patient of Lorraine when she worked at the hospital, and he dies 2 days after the meeting of Josh. Right? Okay, just had to clarify that because this script is a completely muddled to death. This script is poorly written too. So demonized Josh knocks out Specs and Tucker, as well as the Dice Man, I'll call him, and into the further we go with the Dice Man. It meets with innocent Josh, and they find some demon who says, "He's got your baby, he's got your baby." And I did like that moment in the film, but what I don't like is the way they connect scenes from the first movie, and that looked like it was confusing to me. Josh becomes abusive to Renee and Lorraine, Dalton, and Foster, while his demonized, and I hated how that turned out. Absolutely freaking hate it. Meanwhile, Dalton is in the further so he can find his father, and he didn't feel too successful for the movie's muddled plot, just like how Josh became his innocent self, and again, not too successful. Specs and Tucker find this girl named Allison who's possessed by that freaking Darth Maul look-alike, and that feels like such a bad ending. So, yeah. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 4.1 out of 10. This plot is absolutely muddled to death that I don't fully understand it, and James Wan should know nobody can follow it, this plot, and I just don't care for the characters. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me, and next time I will be back with Insidious Chapter 3. And thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, watch some more videos. Please leave a positive comment in the bottom. And until next time,
he's got your baby. He's got your baby.